All right, and a pleasant good evening to you and to yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network. Alan Slaughterzinski with you here tonight, and it is a pleasure to be with you live from Commodores Softball Stadium tonight, where we got a really good battle here tonight between O'Galley and Viera. O'Galley 5-1, Viera 3-2. Stepping in is going to be Madison Ryder. We'll tell you a little bit. I mean, we got right underway here, but on the bump or in the circle, I should say tonight for O'Galley is going to be Jordan Stout. Stout 1-1 with a 2.41 ERA this year as she throws, and it's ball 2-2-0. Apologize for the little yellow tube there. Guess we could probably. That's probably as good as we're going to get. My apologies. Once I put a bottom banner up, it's not going to matter anyway. But again, Stout with a 2.41 ERA, and now she's going to go. Looks like 3-0 to Maddie Ryder, and Ryder this season. I mean, she's only batting .667 with a dozen hits, 6 RBIs, and 2 home runs. Madison Ryder continues to destroy high school softballs, and she'll look at the proverbial strike one as Stout goes 3-1 to the opening hitter. We'll take you around the Commodores infield here following the batter and give you the rest of the Viera lineup. And the 3-1 is ball 4, and Stout opens it up with a walk. Now, the Hawks, they don't steal very much. They only have 7 stolen bases on the season. As far as the infield and outfield, it's going to be Abby LaTulip, Spike Peckert, Kendra Walden, and Gabby Barrera from third to first. Evie Martin, Shyla Eppert, and Hannah Leach out in right field. Jordan Stout in the circle, and her battery mate tonight is Ainsley Odell. And the count is 0-1 to the second hitter, Riley Mikowski. And Mikowski with a slapper through the left side. And Viera now with runners at first and second and nobody out. Nice piece of hitting there by Mikowski, who is the pitcher tonight. It's going to bring up Cammie Potts, the sophomore. Potts this season batting .400 with 6 hits and 3 RBIs. And the first pitch is strike one from Stout. Following Potts, it'll be Tori Berry, followed by Caitlin Fahrenhaus. And this ball is popped up. Calling, and hauling. Turning around and looking, there was Kendra Walden. Nice play by Kendra. And that'll be out number 1 as Tori Berry steps in to the batter's box as the sun begins to shine. A little brief storm came through today. Tori Berry batting .429 this year. Viera batting .400 as a team. Both of these teams can hit. There you go. There's a good example of that as that ball goes up the middle and around third to score. The first, no, she's out. What a throw. What an absolutely great throw to nail Maddie Ryder at the plate, and that's 2 outs. Berry with the base hit. Ryder will go 8-2. And Caitlin Fahrenhaus will step in. What a great play. Absolutely great. They were just practicing that right before the national anthem. They were taking infield and outfield. Things kind of backed up a little bit tonight. But that, just an outstanding execution of a throw from the outfield on a base hit to cut the runner down at the plate. And manager Mike Warden in his second season, 22-11. And he's going to have runners coming out for the pitcher and the catcher. So we're going to get number 21 to run for first base. Number 21 is Peyton Mathis, freshman. And I believe Not sure who is standing at second base running. So Stout, all of a sudden, finds herself after 2 on and none out, 2 on and 2 outs, as Fahrenhoff steps in and she pops the first pitch up and out of play, and it'll be strike one. So after going 3-0 to Maddie Berry, she has settled in nicely to get one first strike pitches to the next 4 batters. And that's the name of the game. And that one's going to hit her on the top of the helmet as Fahrenhoff takes one off the head. She ain't happy about it, and I don't blame her. So now it's going to be bases juiced with 2 outs, and that'll bring up Elena Snyder. Snyder, a senior. He's batting 143 this year. She's got 2 hits. She is an RBI producer to this point. She's got 4 RBIs, so there is certainly an opportunity out here where everywhere you look stands a hawk with 2 outs. Stout's first pitch offering is low. No place to put her. Ball 1. The Gallie Commodores are led by 4th-year head coach Gabe Carride, 55-28. Regional finals last year for Carride. And swing and a miss for strike 1. Stout has allowed 7 earned runs this year on 12 hits, now 13 hits. She's walked 15 and struck out 19. Opponents are batting 162 against her, and that's a line drive. This could be a tough play, and it won't get played, and that'll score a run. That's RBI number 5 this season for Schneider. We're going to give her a hit on the play. Tough play as Riley Mikowski will score. It won't be Mikowski. It'll be the pinch runner, and Viera takes an early 1-0 lead, and the bases are still loaded with with 2 outs, I should say, not with just, but with 2 outs. Tough play. I wouldn't give it an error. 2 outs, and Schneider with the RBI single brings up Rylan Cozzolino. And the pitch to Cozy is a strike, so Stout goes 0-1 to Cozzolino. 2 strikes, actually. 0-2 to Cozy. Good piece of hitting, too, by Schneider that time. And this one is fouled off. And the count will stay at 0-2. The 0-2 is 0-3, and that'll end the inning as Stout picks up her first strikeout. But the Hawks send 7 batters to the plate. They pick up 2 hits, 1 run, no errors, 3 left on base. We go to the bottom of the first. Viera 1, and O'Gallie coming to bat. All right, welcome back to Commodore Softball Stadium here as we head to the bottom of the first inning with the Viera Hawks on top, 1-0. And it'll be Spike Peckert, Shyla Eppert, and Ainsley Odell, 1, 2, 3, followed by Jordan Stout, Abby LaTulip, and Ava Tepley, 4, 5, 6, Hannah Leach, Gabby Barrera, and Evie Martin. Kendra Walden is the flex player tonight. She's at second base. She won't swing the bat. Gallie comes in this year batting .327 as a team, so they can hit as well. They have 5 home runs this year, all by different players. So first batter steps into the box. It's going to be Shyla Eppert. Eppert, a left-handed leadoff hitter. First pitch offering from Riley Mikowski is strike one. Mikowski this season, this is her 4th appearance. She's got a .494 ERA, 11 and a third innings pitch, 8 hits, 8 earned runs, 11 walks, 7 strikeouts. Teams are batting .279 off of Riley I'm sorry, check that. This is not Eppert. This is Spike Peckert. It's Spike Peckert, Shyla Eppert, and Ainsley O'Dell. My apologies. So Peckert is having quite a year as a sophomore. Peckert Spike, she likes to be called, is her nickname. Spike Peckert. Batting .389 with 7 hits. And she'll look at ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Spike with a home run as well from the leadoff spot this year. Shyla Eppert on deck, followed by Ainsley O'Dell in the hole. And Spike has worked the count full to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now, conversely, Gallie does like to steal bases compared to what Viera has with 7. Gallie has 27 stolen bases on the year. Peckert holds up, and she will take a walk, and that's a great job by Peckert, who went down 0-2 in the hole, and that'll bring up Shyla Eppert now. And there's Coach Cartwright. I always love listening to Coach because he calls out the signals all the time. Numbers, crazy numbers that mean nothing to anybody but the girls on base in that bat. Pitch, and Eppert not pleased with her bunt attempt, and it's 0-1. My first softball game of the year tonight. We had Gallie and Melbourne the other night. Daryl Duran, Double D, and Ron Lighthall on the call in that one. And as usual, a spectacular job by those guys. I really liked that view from the outfield the other night. 0-1 now. The pitch. Outside, down to second base is the throw, and the ball ends up in center field. And Spike on her way to third, and she gets under the tag, and that's a stolen base and an error on the throw. So Peckert is at third base with a 1-1 count and nobody out. '28th stolen base of the year for the Commodores. And once you get the other team throwing the ball around, anything can happen. The 1-1 is strike 2. Peckert, for Peckert, that's her 7th stolen base of the year. She ties Eppert for the team lead with 7. 1-2 now. And that ball is off the top of the Viera dugout, foul. And there's a little slapper to third. And the runner's going to go. She's out. Yeah, no, that's just a great turn. That's going to be a 5-3-2 on the play there, and Peckert may have waited a little too long to try to take the bag, if she should have taken it at all. And I don't know what Coach Cartwright instructions were, but so that's going to be a 5-3 on Eppert and a 5-3-2 on Spike Peckert. And now, in the blink of an eye, just like that, Riley Mikowski has 2 outs and nobody on instead of nobody out and a runner at third. That's a huge play. And that'll bring up Ainsley Odell, the catcher. And Ainsley, it's hard to believe that Ainsley's a junior. I feel like she's been playing Gallie softball forever. Outstanding player. She leads the team with batting .476 with 10 hits, 7 RBIs. She's just a lot of fun to watch play the game. Tonight she is behind the plate catching and good at wherever coach puts her. Pitch, and there's a ground ball, and that'll skirt through for a base hit, a 2-out base hit, and Odell keeps racking them up this year for Ainsley. That is her 11th hit of the season, and now the pitcher Jordan Stout steps in. You want to talk about somebody tearing the cover off the ball. Now, Jordan hasn't gotten as many plate appearances as a lot of the other Commodores have to this point in the season. Again, she is one of the key cogs in the circle for Gabe Carrod, but she's batting .600 with 6 hits, 4 RBIs, and a home run and about 10 at-bats. Well, it would be 10 at-bats if she's got 6 hits, wouldn't it, Alan? As she looks at ball 1. Pitch upstairs, ball 2. And, yeah, I don't think you want to put anything in her wheelhouse. Mikowski. So far this season, these two teams, a great job in run differential. Gallie is a plus 38. They've scored 54 and allowed 16. Viera adding the 1 here tonight has scored 61 and allowed 18. It's a plus 43. So after 5 and 6 games respectively, great start to the season. As the umpire comes out. Not sure who the pitching coach is. One nothing Hawks over the Commodores here, bottom of the first. Little off-speed pitch there by Riley Mikowski, and the count is 3-0. Does she get the green light here or what? We'll see. Low, ball 4. So now runners at first and second with 2 outs, and Abby Latulip steps in. It only took me 3 years, but I finally got Abby's last name right. As Jordan will come out, and running for the pitcher will be number 5. It's going to be Mary Winans. But Latulip this year, 389, 7 hits. She leads the Commodores in RBIs with 9 this season. So number 10 is standing out at second base if she can get it. Riley Mikowski trying to deny it with 2 outs. Here at the bottom of the first, and there is a line drive down the left field line, but foul, and the count is 0-1. Glad you could be with us here tonight. Thank you for joining us. 1-1. Two and 1. Pitch count's not as, I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Like they prevalent in softball as they are in baseball. And that ball is drilled into left field. Foul ball, says the home plate umpire. And the Tulip was inches away from having 2 more RBIs because that for sure would have scored the runner from first. Leave a comment. Please like and subscribe to the Brevard Sports Network YouTube page. It is where we will be doing 95%. Oh, check swing. She was uncertain on that one. And I'll tell you what, you couldn't ask for a finer play coming across the diamond on that one than what third baseman. Who is the third baseman? Gave you on that play. So, Gallie threatens, but they do not score as we head to the top of the second. 1-0 Hawks. That great play made by Elena Schneider. My apologies. It was staring right at me in the face, and I still didn't see it. Great play by Elena Schneider to end the bottom of the first inning and keep the Commodores off the scoreboard. And the big play that inning was the double play and the throw out of Spike at home. So this is going to be 8-9 in 1. This will be Turco, Samuels, and Ryder. And the first pitch is a strike that I missed. Turco, of course, a transfer. She played here last year, Deborah Turco. And she'll look at strike 2. 0-2 to Deborah. Stout gets the signals. Outside, 1-2. Nice waist pitch there. And that ball is lined into left field and hauled in by Evie Martin for out 1. Good piece of hitting. And that's what you call right at the old somebody. And that'll be 1 out. Brooke Samuels will step in now. And Stout's first pitch offering to her. A ball. Samuel's a 400 hitter as well. 4 hits and 10 at bats. Squares the bunt. She keeps it out there. And failure to pull the bat back in time is a strike, and it's 1-1 now. Upstairs for ball 2, 2-1. And the second HBP of the game by Stout as she nicks Samuels, and we go back to the top of the order with Maddie Ryder. So Maddie Ryder steps in. She drew a walk her first time up. Good at bat for Maddie because she started out 0-2 and then drew 4 straight balls to reach first. She would eventually get thrown out at the plate. Ground ball to the third baseman over to first, and time for the double play. And I don't know why they didn't try to flip for 2 there. But Maddie goes 6-3-4 out 2. And now a runner at second. I don't know if the ball was hit so hard that the second baseman probably couldn't get there in time. I didn't see. You saw I jerked the camera too fast. Riley Mikowski steps in. She's 1 for 1 with a base hit her last time up. Yeah, and I think that's what it was. Nice play by Spike Peckert to notice that. A little slapper goes down the line, foul, to notice that the second baseman wasn't going to get there in time. I'm listening to the coaches talk now, and so a good play there by Spike. And that's a decision you have to make quick. You can't stutter. Can't double pump because then you're not going to get the runner at first, and then you get looking at first and second with 1 out. That's a headsy play by a sophomore, and that is strike 3, and that will end the inning. Viera gets 1 base runner, stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Hawks on top. All right, welcome back. It's going to be Ava Tepley, Hannah Leach, and Gabby Barrera due up for Gallie. Let's take you around the Viera infield. From third base to first is Elena Schneider. Your shortstop is Brooke Samuels. Over at second base is Riley Cozzolino, and your first baseman is Cammie Potts. From left to right in the outfield, it's going to be Deborah Turco in left, Maddie Ryder in center, and over in right, Caitlin Fahrenhaus. And behind the plate is Tori Berry, and in the circle tonight for Viera is Riley Mikowski. As Mikowski goes 1-0 on Tepley, make it 2-0. The 2-0 is strike one. Took a little off of that one. Swing and a miss over the top, and we're even up at 2-2. And that one is drilled into the gap, and that'll roll to the right fielder. Picks it up. Big turn, but back in time. Good job out there by Fahrenhaus to cut that one off in the gap. And on with the leadoff single is Ava Tepley as Hannah Leach steps in. I'll tell you what, shooting over this fence by yourself with the elevated tripod and keeping score and everything, it's tough, man. It's like talk about doing 15 things at one time. First pitch is a strike. The 0-1 on its way. And that's swung on and missed for strike two. Leach this season batting .167. She's got 2 hits. Would love to get a third right here. Mikowski. And that'll be a strikeout and 1 out here. As Gabby Barrera steps in. As Coach Carrod yells out his numbers. Carrod, Barrera, not Carrod. Carrod's at third. Barrera stepping in, batting .273 this year. She's got a couple of doubles and 3 hits on the season. Barrera, left-handed hitter. Runner on first, 1 out. Bottom of the second, 1-0 Viera. Mikowski to Barrera. She shows bunt and fouls it back for strike one. Cammie Potts over at first. And that's a bunt that's going to drop and roll foul. So now in an 0-2 hole is Gabby Barrera with Evie Martin on deck. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Walden Custom Builders. The 1-2 on its way is fouled off. In the hole is Spike Peckert. The 1-2 is a changeup, and it misses outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Low, ball 3, count is full. As the Gallie bench, Jordan Smith standing up, letting the pitcher know it's 3-2. And the full count offering is popped up and over the fence, and we'll do it again. Behind me is Gallie and Merritt Island baseball playing tonight. A rematch of a game we did Friday night that went 11 innings, won by Gallie when KJ Jones hit a 3-run home run in that one. That's ball 4, and runners at first and second with just one out. As Evie Martin steps in. Martin batting .222 this year. She's got 4 hits and 5 RBIs. So she does come through when runners are aboard. There are 2 of them aboard now for Martin, as Mikowski in a bit of trouble here. 2 on and just 1 out. And that's 3 straight balls she's thrown. 2 to Viera, and the first pitch offering to Martin is low, 1-0. And Cammie Potts and Schneider, and now the entire infield, and joining them, of course, is the catcher, Tori Berry, to settle Mikowski down. So Mikowski with the 1-0, and it works because it's 1-1 as she fires a BB right down O'Gallie Boulevard. Pitch. You got to pull back. She didn't do that, and now it's 1-2. And Coach Carrod got his hands up in the air, and I'm not sure for what. She offered, but she ran. Yeah, I think when Coach goes back and looks at this, he's going to see she for sure offered at that. Unless there's a rule I don't know about. But I don't think she pulled back until she was out of the batter's box. And there's a ground ball down to Cammie Potts, whose only play is to step on first. So they tried to bunt the runners over, and a swing and bunt will accomplish that, if you will. But the good news for Viera is now there are 2 outs in the inning. That's the good news. The bad news is that Spike Peckard's up, and that's the top of the order with 2 on at second and third. Spike Peckard looks at ball 1. Peckard walked her first time up, and batting .389 this year, so she can put bat to ball. The pitch just off the outside part of the plate. Actually, he called that a strike. He either called that a strike or the first pitch a strike, so it's 1-1 to Peckard. I can't hear him from here all the time. Mikowski asking for the sign. You can kind of see her saying, come on, let me hear it. Looks at her wristband. And Peckard senses this and steps out of the box to cause her even more delay. Good play by Peckard. And here's the pitch. And that's too far outside. And it's 2-1. Head games. You got to love them in sports. They're played at every level. And you can turn anything into a head game. Anything. You can stand on first base and talk to the first baseman to make it a head game. 2-1. Popped up and out of play, so now we're going to get our first. I don't know how that car knew that was a foul ball coming in the street, but that car stopped just before that ball hit the street. No way he saw that coming, but he did. Anyway, the things that fascinate Allen. 2-2 is an outstanding, and I mean outstanding, off-speed pitch to get Peckert for the third and final out. The Commodores threaten again, leave two. We head to the third. 1-0 Viera. Welcome back here, and we go to the top of the third inning. Here you go, my friend. Strike one. Here you are. Yes, sir. And it's 1-1. Top of the third inning here. And it's Cammy Potts who is up. Potts with a ground ball into left field for a base hit. And Cammy Potts now 1 for 2. That'll bring up Tori Berry, who singled her last time up. So the leadoff hitter is aboard for Viera for the second time in 3 innings. Going over to Lakeland Lamar. Outside corner. But it's a ball. Cammy was not only a great softball player, but Cammy was an outstanding baseball player, too. And there's another base hit by Tori Berry, who is now 2 for 2. I actually had the privilege to broadcast Cammy's first ever home run, or one of them, I think. I definitely know I broadcast a home run for her. I think. So now it's first and second as Tori Berry, the catcher, comes out, and Caitlin Farrenhouse steps in. Caitlin tonight, she was hit on the top of the head the last time up, and now Viera with an opportunity here to extend their lead with nobody out and 2 on, and the pinch runner is number 21. It's Peyton Mathis, and she lunges to bunt and misses, and it is strike one, 0-1. I believe tomorrow I will be doing an audio cast only of the state championship. Of course, you can watch the state championship on the NFHS network, but not everybody wants to subscribe to the NFHS network. So if you just log on to BSN Facebook tomorrow, good old Allen will be there giving you a radio broadcast. The 1-1, and this ball is caught. Nice job out in right field by Hannah Leach. Not an easy ball to get to. She gets to it, and that's a big first out, and the runners stay put. Elena Schneider steps in. And that'll be ball one. Cozy Cozzolino is on deck. And there's a shot. Nice pick over to first. What a play. Den-a-dent, den-a-dent. Kendra Walden with the scoop and the throw out. And that definitely saved a run. Couple of good defensive plays as Cozy Cozzolino steps in, and now it's second and third with nobody out. First base open, though, but I think if you're Jordan Stout, you just want to get this batter and get back in the dugout. Strike one to Cozy. Upstairs, 1-1. So it's defense doing the job this inning for the Commodores. Kendra Walden with a great play. Hannah Leach out in right field with a good track on a tough line drive. Low and inside. 2-1. Upstairs, and Stout smacks her glove in disgust because she's gone 3-1 to the number 7 hitter with Deborah Turco on deck. Again, first base open, but you still. And there's a ground ball down the line. What? She keeps it from going into left field. That's a great play. I couldn't see what happened, but I do now. And that's just an outstanding play over there by Abby LaTulip. Abby prevents that ball from going down. That ball goes down the line. Everybody might still be running. It's definitely a 3-0 game. LaTulip knocks it down and keeps it at 2-0. A base hit for Cozzolino. But an equally as impressive play over there at third by LaTulip. I thought she caught it, man. Had a chance, and I just had to wait before I started doling out the den-a-dents. Can't take those back. And to give 2 out in 1 inning is pretty special. Couple of singles to lead this thing off by Potts and Berry have paid off for O'Gallie, or for Viera. And O'Gallie has minimized the damage with some great play in the field. I'm not sure what we're doing here. As Coach Carride goes out and high fives Cozy Cozzolino. I'll fix the score between innings, but it is now 2-0 Viera, as they have plated a run on 3 hits in this inning and still have a runner at first, runners at first and third, runners at the corners with Deborah Turco up. And wouldn't Turco like to drive in a run here against her former team? Stout winds and fires, and little below the knees, 1-0. Well, that's a strike right down O'Gallie Boulevard. 1-1. Upstairs, 2-1. Two balls, one strike. One run in, runners at the corners. The 2-1 pitch is chopped foul behind the plate. And Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Turn card pitch coming. Will it be ball 3 or out number 3? The pitch, out number 3. Thank you, may I have another as Turco gets caught looking. And we head to the bottom of the third, but not before Viera gets 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, 2 left, 2-0 Hawks. All right, welcome back here, Gallie and Viera, as we head to the bottom of the third inning. And Gallie has had chances tonight. They have stranded runners. They have stranded 5, and first pitch is hit into left field, but hauled in nicely out there by Turco, I believe, is out in left field. And that's 1 out. And it is Turco. So Dipper says, strike me out, and I'm going to catch that line drive on you. That was Shyla Eppert who goes line drive out to Turco. Ainsley Odell steps in. She singled her last time up. And Odell down the left field line. That's a fair ball. She's going to make the turn, but it doesn't go far enough as the wet grass slows the ball. And Ainsley Odell is 2 for 2 tonight, as she has another single with Jordan Stout coming in. Bottom of the third inning here. 2-0. Viera, oh, nice bunt by Stout. Will it stay fair? It does not. It rolls foul. Good idea, though. Coach Cartwright tells Stout he likes it. He likes it. Just needed to stay a little more fair. And Jordan looks at ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. Low. 2-1. And there's a ground ball, like gonna sneak through and around second and stopping. So Jordan Stout with a base hit and looks to the bench and says, let's go. So Stout helps her cause, And Gallie one more time with 2 runners on in the inning. It is the 3rd straight inning they have done so, but have not been able to cash in yet on Riley Mikowski. As Abby LaTulip steps in, and she popped out and announced, I popped out. Ball nearly dropped behind the mound, but third baseman made a terrific play to end the 1st inning. Pitch to LaTulip is in the air, and Turco calls and hauls for out number 2. And just like that, O'Galley's in danger of stranding 2 more as Ava Tepley steps in. Tepley 1 for 1. She singled her last time up. She is the EP tonight. Mikowski with the off speed, and it dies before it crosses the plate, and the count is 1-0. Nope, too high, 2-0. Hannah Leach would be next. As Coach Carride screams out some numbers to the base runners. And that's just mano a mano right there. Can you hit my best pitch? And on that particular occasion, Tepley could not. And the count is now 2-1. Pitch will miss high. 3-1 now. So O'Galley with an opportunity here. A hitter's count, to say the least, at 3-1 with 2 on, but 2 out, and they're down by 2 here in the 3rd. Ground ball, shortstop over to 3rd. Did she get her? Yes, indeed, says the infield umpire. And that's a nice play again. Great defensive effort by both these teams tonight as Ainsley Odell goes 6-5 over there from shortstop to 3rd to end the inning. That's just a good play. It's a force, and she didn't have to tag her. All she had to do was step on the bag. She does that. That ends the inning. We head to the top of the 4th, 2-0 Viera. Yeah, that's what time I'm heading over. I may even leave a little earlier because EJ said the other day it was bad going over. All right, welcome back here as we go to the 4th inning into the middle later stages here in Stout. First pitch is at 4-3 if you're scoring at home. You always like to see that. 1 pitch, 1 out. Gallie had Hitters swing at the first pitch, record outs twice last inning. That was Brooks Samuels, by the way. And this will bring up the top of the order with Maddie Ryder. Ryder 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop her last time up. She'll look at strike one. Kayla Brown chiming in. And the count is 1-1. Good one here tonight. Low, 2-1. Martin, Eppert, and Leach from left to right. Tulip, Peckert, Waldron, and Barrera from third to first. Ainsley Odell behind the plate. Stout, that ball off the glove of the third baseman, LaTulip. And I tell you, had she come up with that, yeah, you're talking play of the day there. But Maddie Ryder moves down that line pretty fast. And Maddie Ryder is in with her first hit of the night and her 13th hit of the year. And Viera has one on with one out. So bring up the pitcher, Riley Mikowski. And Riley shows bunt but pulls back. 0-1. And there's a oh, what a play by LaTulip. And how about the play at first base by Gabby Barrera? LaTulip snags it. Barrera throw a little off. LaTulip turns around, spinning around, and touches the bag. Outstanding defense again shown by these teams. And that is 2 outs on an exceptional play by both LaTulip and Barrera as Cammie Potts steps in. You don't see a play like that every day. Oh, and 1 to Potts. Stout. And Potts lifts one down the left field line. That'll score the third Viera run on her way to second. And Potts is out. Oh, no, she dropped the ball. Dropped the ball, had her, but unfortunately, the slide by Potts, a good one, knocks the ball out of the glove. And Cammie Potts continues to tear the cover off the ball. That is her third hit of the night and an RBI, and it's 3-0 Viera. And this will bring up Tori Berry. And Berry with a shot to Spike Peckert over to Barrera, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Viera Hawks get a run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 3-0. You're looking at Cammie Potts over at first base. She is 3 for 3 tonight with an RBI. The last one coming in the top of the fourth inning. And Cammie, again, it's just been a thrill to watch her entire Little League career morph into a softball career. And when you talk to Cammie when she was a Little Leaguer, she would tell you she knew she wanted to play baseball, but she knew her shot to go play college and play collegiately was going to be to play softball. And, as a sophomore, Cammie Potts is going to do big things. Riley Mikowski in the bottom of the fourth as O'Gallie now will send up Hannah Leach, Gabby Barrera, and Evie Martin. And the first pitch offering from Mikowski is a strike. Turco, Ryder, and Fahrenhaus from left to right. Schneider, Samuels, Cozy, and Potts around the infield. Tori Berry behind the plate, and Riley Mikowski in the circle. And that's a swing and a miss, and 2 strikes now, so 0-2 to Hannah Leach. O'Gallie has hit 2 runners. They had 2 runners on in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. Just unable to plate the runs and good defense. And the changeup she waits on, and that gets away and around first and on her way to second. And that will be a throwing error. That's the first error of the night. That'll be an E4 as Cozy throws that one away, and down the second goes Leach. So Gallie again with an opportunity here. And the bottom of the order is going to have to get it done as Gabby Barrera steps in. She walked the last time up. She pushed at the bunt there and misses 0-1. I'll be in Lakeland tomorrow. Whether we're doing the audio cast or not, we'll be doing updates. So, as Palm Bay girls basketball looks to capture the 11th basketball championship in Brevard County history and the first ever basketball, boys or girls, for Palm Bay. Brevard County has had 3 winter teams reach the Final Four. The Holy Trinity girls basketball team did. This ball has popped up and out of play. They were defeated in the state semis, and last Saturday, the Holy Trinity soccer team lost 3-1 in the state championship, but 2A state runners-up. Tomorrow, the Palm Bay girls look to try to salvage a state title in 4A, but it won't be easy. They're going to take on American Heritage Patriots, who have won 6 of the last 7. Down to third base, and nice job. That's the 28th stolen base of the year for O'Gallie, and Leach is at third, and it's 2-2 is the count. But, yeah, they're going to take on the American Heritage Patriots, who are playing in their 9th consecutive Final Four. And should they win tomorrow, will win their 7th state championship in the last 8 years. So Pirates' hands are full, but they got the squad to do it, led by Tennessee commit and McDonald's All-American Jada Civil. Full count here. Pitch lifted. That might drop, and it will. And O'Gallie will score their first run of the game. And driving it in is Gabby Barrera. Big hit for Gabby. And it's 3-1 with a runner at first, nobody out, and Evie Martin coming to the plate. Coach Carride having a word with Martin, who grounded out to Cammie Potts her last time up. So I would expect to see Carride with Barrera in motion here at some point in this count. Three to one, bottom of the fourth here. Still nobody out as Viera and O'Gallie battle it out here. O'Gallie split with Viera last season. They won the first game 5-4 and lost the second one 5-3. All time, when I say all time, since 2008, I guess it is all time. The Commodores are 7-12 versus Viera. Viera's 12-7. The two teams have split the last 6, 3 games each, including the 2 last year. So now it's 0-2 to Martin. As Mikowski winds and fires. Oh, there's a shot up the middle. And now it'll be 2 on and nobody out as the bottom of the lineup comes through for O'Gallie. 2 hits and reached on an air, and it's first and second with nobody out. And the leadoff hitter, Spike Peckert, coming to the dish. Peckert tonight struck out her last time up and walked. So officially 0 for 1. 3-1 game this is. Bottom of the fourth, so the end of the middle innings here as we go to the latter innings following this one. It'll be top of the fifth. 1-0 to Spike. She shows bunt. And I'll tell you what, the O'Gallie base runners are certainly getting a nice head start out there. You may see a double steal right here. Nobody seems to be paying attention to them. And Peckert squares the bunt again. And it'll be 2-1 this time. Coach Carride's got more signals over there. He shouts out. And Peckert tries to punch at a pitch to bunt it and misses, and it's 2-2. He's got more signals over there than an offensive coordinator. There's another. I love it. I'd love to know what they all mean. Now I'm going to have to find out. 2-2, low, 3-2. So the count is full with nobody out here. So I guess the big question here is, are the runners going to be in motion, or what are we doing here? So it'll be interesting to see how this one is played. You got to be careful of the strikeout throwout or a line drive. The 3-2 is looped into left field and foul. Peckert just missed dropping one down the left field line there. 3-2 to Spike Peckert. She holds up and bases are loaded with nobody out as Peckert draws her second walk of the game. And Shyla Eppert will come in. Eppert's 0 for 2, grounded out to the third baseman and lined out to Turco, the left fielder, her last time up. But now, with Gallie has an opportunity to not only tie this thing up, but they got a real good chance here to take the lead. As I said, bases loaded and still nobody out. Want to thank Walden Custom Builders. Bring in my man, Coastal Strength and Barbell. My man, Isaac Bermudez. Summer's coming. Isaac is the man to call. Want to get in that shape, that beach shape you're looking for. 3 balls, or 3-1. Not 3 balls. The score is 3-1. There are Commodores everywhere you look on the base paths. And Shyla Eppert at the dish. Mikowski, low, ball 1. Eppert, a .389 hitter this year. And that is fouled back to the screen, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. She's got 3 RBIs. That would be a good time for 4 and 5. 1 ball and 1 strike, and Eppert fouls it off the top of the Viera dugout, and the count is a ball and 2 strikes now. Force at any base, obviously. One and 2, Mikowski and Eppert. The pitch, and what a pitch. Dropped it down on the bottom right-hand corner for out number 1. She swung, but I don't think she could have got it, and that's just a great pitch by Riley Mikowski. Good location. 1 out as Ainsley Odell steps in now. Odell is 2 for 2 with 2 singles tonight. This is the player right here that, if Mikowski can get her, would be a huge lift for Viera, especially with the bases loaded. Right down O'Galley Boulevard, strike 1. Upstairs, 1 and 1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 3-1. The pitch. That ball is lifted, but hauled in by the center fielder. Here's the throw. And they got the runner tied up between second and third, but the run will score to make it 3-2. And they get the runner at third, so they will get a double play out of it. And that'll end the inning. But the Commodores kind of ran themselves out right there out of that inning. You don't never want to make the final out of third, but they do, as Odell lifts one, and the run that scores is Gabby Barrera, I believe, and that they get 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and a couple of walks. They have pulled to within 1 as we head to the top of the 5th. It's 3-2. Viera. This is one, if you're O'Galley, you really want. And the reason that it may feel a little more important to O'Galley than it does to Viera. I mean, obviously both teams want to win, but the reason this is a big game for O'Galley is because Viera's a 6A team. So when the rankings start coming out and points start getting divvied up, you want to. The ideal thing is to host a regional final at your spot. So a win like this one here, even early in the season, means a ton. So, and I'm not saying it doesn't for Viera, but certainly a big time opportunity for O'Galley here. Of course, Viera now, year in and year out for the last 4 or 5 years, it's been either Melbourne or Viera playing Bartow in the regional final at Bartow. And Viera already with an unbelievably dominating win over Melbourne this year. 18-2 they got them. O'Galley beat them Monday night, I believe. And the count is 2 balls and no strikes. So this is one you want if you're O'Galley. You definitely want this one. This is Caitlin Fahrenhaus at the plate. And that's a 4-pitch walk. For the third consecutive inning and fourth time in 5 innings, the Hawks have the leadoff hitter aboard as Elena Schneider steps in. She's 1 for 2 with a single and ground out to the second baseman. Stout, after a 4-pitch walk, delivers a BB down Broadway, and it's 0-1. One and one. And there's a line drive base hit, and stopping at second is Fahrenhaus, and the Hawks have the first 2 hitters aboard, and then Schneider has a 2-hit night, and that'll bring up Cozy Cozzolino, who got a hit her last time up. So Cozy Cozzolino steps in. And that's a beautiful bunt, and it rolls foul. Nice job on the bunt there by Cozy, but it rolls foul. Stout looks into Odell, gets the signal. Wines, kicks, and fires, and she drops a beaut this time. Odell with a good play down to first. So, outstanding sacrifice bunt there by Cozy Cozzolino as the runners advance, and now Viera with runners at second and third with 1 out. And Deborah Turco stepping in. Deborah is 0 for 2 with a fly out and a strikeout. Stout's first pitch is right there at the knees. 0-1. One and one outside. Hawks looking to bounce back from a loss last night. Gallie's only lost this season, and that's going to be a foul ball. She unintentionally, with a quarter swing, fouls it off 1-2. Gallie's only lost this season. It's come to a perennial state power, a 4-2 setback to Lake Brantley in a hard-fought game. But this one right here is a big one. 3-2, Hawks on top, 1-2 Stout. And that one just missed, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Runner at second. The 2-2 on its way is lined in the right field for a base hit. And around third and on her way to the plate to throw. Got her! And another great play by the Gallie Commodore outfield to cut down a Viera Hawk runner. And it's 2 outs. Hannah Leach on that one, I believe. That's a 7-2. Second time tonight that has happened. And Fahrenos is out. Or Snyder's out. Snyder. The run will score. But now we have 2 outs and a 1-1 count to Brooke Samuels. Samuels tonight was hit by a pitch and grounded out to Kendra Walden her last time up. So Fahrenhaus scores and Schneider is cut down at the plate by Leach on an absolutely terrific throw. Earlier in the game tonight, Shyla Eppert cut down Maddie Ryder at home. And that is a ball, 3 balls and a strike now. Runner at second, 2 outs. Top of the 5th here. And that's a chopper foul. So now it's full. First base is open, but top of the lineup is due up, and you get the feeling Madison Carr is just waiting to break out. The 3-2 is a ground ball to the third baseman. She's got to hurry, and say no more, Allen, as Abby Latulip fires one over to Gabby Barrera for the third and final out. But the Hawks do pick up another run, and they pull back by 2, 4-2 Viera. All right, welcome back here as Viera lets Gallie get real close and then they stretch it out again. This is a good softball game right here tonight. Glad you could be with us here on Brevard Sports Network. We want to thank Isaac Bermudez and Coastal Strength and Fitness. It'll be Jordan Stout, Abby Latulip, and Ava Tepley due up for the Commodores, who trail by 2 here as we get to the later innings. 9 outs to go for Gallie. Stout steps in. And I believe we have a new Viera pitcher as well. We do. So Riley Mikowski's night is finished. And I'm a little confused. It doesn't take much, I can promise you that. It says number 7. Yep, that's it. That's exactly who it is. I wanted to make sure. And Stout gets into one, lifts it to left. Turco chases and can't come up with it. Stout will get into second with a double and a leadoff double for Jordan Stout. And O'Gallie is back in business again. Turco gave it a chase. Now I'm going to take a shot at this young lady's name, but the new Viera pitcher is Izzy Capitos. Izzy Capitos comes in. And so far this season, Izzy, 4 innings pitched for the young lady. There's a strike. And she has not walked up a batter, allowed a hit, and she's got 9 strikeouts in 4 innings pitched. So she gets outs, except for Jordan Stout. That's the first hit of the year she's allowed. Capitos in the circle now. Nice night for Riley Mikowski, who allows 6 hits, 2 runs. And there's a line drive, and that is foul. So Gallie has timed up Capitos here. Both hitters. This is Abby LaTulip, who is popped out to the third baseman and flied out to the left fielder. Tonight she's officially 0 for 2. Ava Tepley on deck. The pinch runner down at third base is Mary Winans. 2 balls and 2 strikes to LaTulip. And she fouls that rising fastball off, and the count stays at 2-2. And again, fouled off. Bottom of the 5th, 4-2 Commodores, but they are once again threatening here as they've got a runner at second. A Jordan Stout leadoff double. And that one lined over the Viera dugout. Capitos to LaTulip. 2-2 on its way. And there's a hard ball and caught nicely there by Schneider down at third for an out. Line drive. And Schneider playing third base like Brooks Robinson tonight. Ava Tepley steps in. She's got a single and a sacrifice tonight. First pitch offering is swung on and missed for strike one. 0-1. Fouled back to the screen. 0-2. One out, one on. That ball is lined right at the center fielder. And Maddie Ryder hauls it in for out number 2. Good piece of hitting, but right at Ryder. And that'll bring up Hannah Leach, who was struck out and reached on an error her last time up. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. And there's a soft liner that is hauled in by the shortstop, Samuels, and that will end the inning as the leadoff double is stranded at second. We go to the top of the 6th. 4-2 Viera. Jordan Stout's night is also finished as Izzy Gamble will now step into the circle for skipper Gabe Carride. And Gamble this season 3-0. She has not allowed an earned run this year. That's pretty good. 12 and 2/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, no runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts. Opponents are batting just 186 off of Gamble. So she will face the top of the Viera lineup in Ryder, Mikowski, and Potts. As Madison Ryder steps in. Ryder tonight, a walk, a ground out, and a big base hitter last time up. That'll miss, ball 1. Madison, just a sophomore, putting up these numbers. And there's a hard ground ball right there in your living room, and that'll be a ground out to the first baseman. 2 pitches, 1 out. O'Reilly Mikowski steps in. She singled, struck out, and grounded out. She is officially 1 for 3 tonight. May even be getting a pinch hitter here. No, that's Riley. So Mikowski steps in to face Gamble. One out, top of the 6th. 4-2 Viera. The pitch. Mikowski tiptoes through the batter's box and pulls the bat back. Ball 1. Two and 0. Coming up this weekend on Brevard Sports Network, you'll see semi-pro football, amateur football from the O-Dome. One and one is the count. Coach Carrod is not happy with something the umpire is saying. I think she's saying she's hopping. Count is 2-0. That's what I thought it was. Coach Carrod correcting Gamble. As the umpire said she's bunny hopping, so to speak. Just going to keep that. We'll see. I don't know. Wasn't really paying that close attention to the. And that'll make it 2-1 now. Let's watch her on this one. Yeah, she's bunny hopping. Can't bunny hop. And a changeup is grounded foul. You remember back to a broadcast we did a couple of years ago at Bartow. They tried to accuse Jazzy Francic of doing that. And didn't fly. 2-2. And Dan Adele immediately corrected, I believe, the umpires in that situation. The 2-2. And the changeup is foul. In fact, Bartow would actually end up going on to win that game. But the manager got thrown out of that game, and he was not allowed to coach in the state championship game. That's how big of a deal that was. Two balls, two strikes, one out. And there's a shot right back to Gamble, who eats it alive. 2 outs. Yeah, that's worth a dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Great reflex that time by Gamble. I believe that would have killed me. 2 outs. As Cammie Potts steps in, and what a night Potts has had. If the Hawks hang on to win this, certainly has to be our Walden Custom Builders top choice for player of the game. 3 for 3 tonight. Or actually, check that. 2 for 3 tonight, but big RBI. One of our top choices. We got a couple we could pick from. Two and 0 here, with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Gamble rocks, kicks, and didn't check it. She checked it. It's 3-0, but they didn't ask for the appeal. I don't think she went anyway. 3-0. And the proverbial 3-0 is now 3-1 strike. 2 outs here. And Potts with a ground ball backhanded by LaTulip and got her. Nice job that one. That time is Gabby Barrera coming down and LaTulip with a backhanded play. The 5-3 combination is a beaut again. That's 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 4-2. The Gallie boys baseball team with a good night tonight for manager Bobby Collins as they are looking to win their second straight over Merritt Island. They currently lead the Mustangs 7-2. As we go to the bottom of inning number 6 here. With Viera on top by 2. And we've got yet another new Viera pitcher, and it's going to be Maddie Ryder. Madison Ryder comes in for Viera this season. This is Ryder's 4th appearance. 11 2/3 innings pitched this year. 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 7 walks, 18 strikeouts. Teams are batting just a $174 against Ryder this year. She'll face Gabby Barrera, Evie Martin, and back to the top of the lineup with Spike Peckert. Ryder is ready to go. And stepping in will be Gabby Barrera. Barrera with a walk and a single tonight for the Commodores, who are trying to stay a one-loss team on the year. Viera looking to rebound from a loss last night. Barrera steps in, the left-handed Barrera against the right-handed Ryder, and the first pitch is fouled off the top of the Viera dugout. And Madison quickly gets ahead 0-1. One. Torrey Berry trying to frame one up there, but it didn't work. 2-1. Ryder, and there's a shot backhanded nicely by the second baseman. My goodness, what a gun on Cozzolino there. And that is out number 1. I mean, she fired that thing. That arm resides in the right county here in Brevard next to the Space Coast, because she's got a rocket on that thing. Wow. Swing and a miss by Evie Martin. She didn't panic either on the throw over at all. Cozy Cozzolino. And it was accurate. Pitch. Upstairs. 2-1. Same count that Barrera had. As the Gallie dugout screams another ball. We'll see if they get it. And they do. 3-1. Low. So Spike Peckert on deck. She does have a home run this year, and that's a walk. And Peckert is the tying run on the top of the order coming to the plate here. So a walk for Martin on 6 pitches. And Peckert steps in. Tonight, Spike has walked twice and struck out. Officially 0 for 1. Peckert, and that is a check swing, popped up and off the back of the fence for strike one. Four to 2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And it's 1-1 now. These are patient hitters that is going to force both teams, outstanding hitting teams, and they're going to force you to hit the strike zone. They're going to wait for their pitch. And that's not it for Ryder, who wanted to bunt, and it's, or not Ryder, I'm sorry, Peckert, and it's 2-1. Ryder's pitching as Coach Carrod calls out a play here with 2-1 count to the hitter and 1 out. And that's fouled straight back to the screen, and it's now 2-2. And Spike with a little more pressure on her now on a 2-strike count, and Maddie Ryder wants to finish off Spike Peckert here. Maybe we see something off speed here. It's a pitch. Not at all. She absolutely blows the doors off, and that is a swinging strikeout. 2 outs. Shyla Eppert steps in. Strikeout, fly out, and a ground out tonight. Eppert. Great pitch by Ryder. A rising fastball that Peckert was on, just missed. And there's a BB on the outside corner for strike one. Strike two. And Ryder in a groove here with 2 strikes to Eppert. Runner on first, 2 outs here. And the Gallie bats. And there's a slapper to the shortstop, up and over to first. She got her. And that will end the inning. 3 up, or 4 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the 7th. Viera up by 2. 4-2. Coach Carrod may not let me come back after tonight. I think the Commodores were unbeaten at home until I walked in here tonight. And it's not over yet. That's not what I'm saying, but want to thank Uberzati and Natwick Insurance and so our two major, and of course the Zone 6 Reaper 7 V7, those three Walden Builders are major sponsors. As we go to the seventh and final inning of the night here, maybe, unless we get extra time. But Viera looking to add to the lead here. And they're going to send up Tori Berry, Caitlin Fahrenhaus, and Elena Schneider. Izzy Gamble in the circle for Coach Carride. And it's high for ball one. The last thing, obviously, stating the obvious here, Gallie can do is give up any runs at all. Derek Sickler watching with the strong arm for Cammie Potts. There, Cammie with, like I said earlier tonight, just incredible to have watched her Little League career, watch her hit balls, 60, 70 mile an hour fastballs in Little League over the fence for a home run. And here she is out there playing softball. 1-1. And pitch. And she's a pitcher, too. And there's a ground ball. Peckered up and over to first. Out number one. These girls make this look so easy in the defensive side of this thing. They fly down the line from the box, especially the left-handers. You slap it to the left. And, yeah, there are some teams that play defense flawlessly in this league. And you saw two of them tonight. Now you're going to get the occasional error. I mean, Viera's committed 4 this year. Gallie has committed 10. But, yeah, for the most part, it's fun to watch. 1-0 to Caitlin Fahrenhaus. Fahrenhaus tonight was plunked on the top of the head, flied out to the right fielder, and walked. And this one is lifted into left field and hauled in and caught by Martin for out number 2. Join me tomorrow for coverage from Lakeland. And the changeup misses ball one. As the Palm Bay Lady Pirates look to win a girls basketball state championship, the first in Brevard County since 2020, and the 11th overall. That ball lifted down the line, foul. And there's a little nibbler or whatever you call it, off the bat, and hauled in by Barrera for the third and final out. So all Viera's ABs are done. They need 3 outs for a 4-2 win. Will they get it? I don't know. Come on back here to the Brevard Sports Network and find out as we head to the bottom of the 7th. All right, here we go. The Commodores down to their final 3 outs. Can Madison Ryder finish them off? And scheduled to hit is Ainsley Odell, Jordan Stout, and Abby LaTulip as Odell steps in. Odell with 2 hits and a flyout tonight. Bottom of the 7th. Mano y mano. Viera up 4-2. Here we go. Inside ball 1, and if you're O'Gallie, you're just thinking, get me a base runner, and then we're in business. So get me a base runner, and we can work from there. But you got to get on here. 1-0, taking pitches, the whole 9 yards, and there's a ground ball back to Ryder, and she'll walk it, underhand it, 2 pitches, 1 out. Jordan Stout steps in. Stout has walked and singled and doubled. She's 2 for 2 tonight. Ryder rocks, kicks, and fires. Outside for a ball. 1-0 to Stout. Man, that one missed only because he said it did. I have no idea where that thing missed. 2-0. Ryder got to come in and give Stout 1 to hit now. 3-0. Wow. Okay. Madison looking around like, I don't know where they're missing them. That one's high and outside. And there's the proverbial 3-1 strike. Umpires have done a terrific job tonight calling the game. 3 balls and a strike to Stout. A hitter's count, if there ever was one. Pitch on his way, popped up and out of play, and the count will go full now. And Madison Ryder and Jordan Stout with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, and 4-2 lead for O'Gallie. Stout with the bat in the middle of the plate for the distraction, the pitch. And there's a slapper down to third that's going to get by the third baseman. That will be the first Viera error of the night, and Stout will reach. And with 1 on, 1 out, Abby LaTulip steps up. So the first error of the evening is committed. The pinch runner, Winans, comes in. And actually, check that. For O'Gallie, yeah, Mary Winans is the pinch runner. And LaTulip is up, and Abby tonight has put the ball in the air 3 times. Twice she has popped out to the infield and once to the left fielder. So the girls getting together, talking about it, and I think the overwhelming theme of this conversation has got to be just throw strikes and we'll take care of it. That was a hard hit ball down the line. The third baseman was in, protecting against, I don't know, any potential bunt. It was 3-2. I don't know maybe why she was in so far, but that was the defensive alignment the coach was playing. But guarding the line nonetheless. 1 out. I'm not sure what Coach Cartwright's talking about here. I don't know what this is about. discussing a lineup card here, so I don't know if it's in and out thing or what the deal is. I'm not sure. Substance. I know they better hurry up. They want to get this game in because we're running out of battery. And unfortunately, it will end. Game is not happy at all. About something. Yeah, I don't know what that was all about, but Coach Cartwright had his arms up in the air, and well, here we go anyway. 4-2, 1 out. Yeah, I mean, we don't have power in none of that. I mean, we don't, do what we can with what we got. Inside 1-0, and Gallie is not going to swing at pitches that are not near the zone. So Madison Ryder wants to get these final 2 outs. She's going to have to throw strikes. And she has not done that to Abby LaTulip. LaTulip is the tying run. The winning run is on deck. Gets away, down to second base goes the runner. That run is inconsequential. First base is open now, 3-0, and Ryder is struggling to find the strike zone. The on-deck hitter ball 4, first and second, 1 out. And the Commodores with a rally in the bottom of the 7th. An error and a walk, and those are what will kill you. But with that said, the Commodores have left runners on base all night long. And stepping in for Ava Tepley is going to be the pitcher, Izzy Gamble. So 1 out, runners at first and second, a force at any base but home. The pitch upstairs, 1-0. And Maddie Ryder now has thrown 4 straight balls and 7 balls in her last 9 pitches. Popped up and out of play. Are you kidding me? The umpire has no balls. He had to come back to the dugout to get a ball to give to the pitcher. Well, you got to keep a couple in the pockets. One ball, 1 strike to Gamble. Ryder rocks, kicks, and fires. Low. Ball 2, 2-1. A walk will load the bases and put the tying run at second and the winning run at first with just 1 out. And that ball is drilled over the head of the center fielder. 1 run will score, and second and third, and it's 4-3 with 1 out and the winning run at second base. Gamble delivers. And here comes the pitching coach. I'm not sure what there's to discuss here. Other than the fact that you got to, you throw the ball over the plate and they hit it. But it's the error and the walk that kills you. The winning run, the tying run is at third. The winning run is at second. You're not going to test these arms in the outfield. We've already seen 3 runners thrown out at the plate tonight. 2 from Gallie has thrown 2 runners out. Viera has thrown 1. So here we go. And the bottom of the lineup tonight here in the middle to later stages of this one has really come through for the Gallie Commodores. Hannah Leach steps in. She reached on an error. Then you got Gabby Barrera, who was walked and singled tonight. So opportunities abound here for the Commodores with the tying run at third and the winning run, actually, at second. Hannah Leach, first pitch, swung on and missed. Straight heat from Ryder. 0-1. The 0-1. 0-2. Ryder responds. Leach with an opportunity here, though. 0-2. She knows she's going to see a good pitch, even with first base open. Ryder eyes the signal. She rocks, fires. A ground ball through the middle. The tying run will score, and here comes the winning run. And the Gallie Commodores walk it off with a base hit. A base hit, and the Commodores snatch victory from the jaws of defeat with a 3-run walk-off win in the 7th. They win it 5-4. Gabby Barrera comes through. What a game. 3-run, bottom of the 7th. And Gallie walks it off to take the win tonight. 5-4 over Viera. Our player of the game tonight's going to be Gabby Barrera with the game-winning hit. So we want to thank our sponsors tonight. And, of course, thank Athletic Director Todd O's for allowing us to broadcast head coach Gabe Carride. And that'll do it from Commodore Stadium. 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Gallie Commodores walk it off in dramatic fashion to move to 6-1. All right, have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow from Lakeland, Florida, where the Palm Bay girls basketball team tries to win a 4A state championship. Once again, our final score, Gallie